Welcome, everybody, back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah!
Episode 338. What happened last time?
Last time it was a continuation. We saw Kabuto get trapped in the Izanagi, it's called?
Izanami.
And he is now trapped in there, just reliving the same thing, getting his little horn chopped off, getting that water dripped on him, stepping on the feather,
slicing Itachi.
Yeah, the crows come out. It's just...
And then getting his horn sliced all over again.
Yeah, just repeating, and yeah, we'll see. He's not seeming to be too much of a fan of it, and we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what the plan is, how they're gonna make him take away the reanimation or force him to do it, but we'll see.
Indeed. Leave a like, subscribe if you like Naruto Shippuden, if you like our reactions. If you want to see more, you can go to Patreon to get a week ahead or even more if you go to the higher tier. We hope you enjoy most of all, and we hope you support the official release. Come here to hear what we have to say, not to rewatch the show. This is not a substitute for watching Naruto. This is a place to come and hear what we have to say about it. But let's go. Naruto Shippuden 338.
I'll keep him trapped, so that it's easier for me to cast my usual genjutsu on him.
So then, right now, Kabuto's caught in the loop you've created? And that's the Izanami? When did you cast it?
The very first time Kabuto stabbed me with that blade.
Nice.
That badass moment.
Then. But how? You said that it was a visual jutsu that worked even without vision. How can a visual jutsu work without eyesight?
That works with the physical senses of you and your opponent.
The physical senses of both?
You use your visual prowess to take a record, like a picture, of the sensations you and your opponent are feeling in that instant. We'll call that Exhibit A. As time progresses, you find that Exhibit B is a more important moment. Then you record Exhibit C, and so on with Sharingan. Then you recreate those exact feelings. So you're using your powers to create a perfect copy of Exhibit A. We'll call this A prime. By overlaying and connecting A to A prime, the Izanami also links a path including B prime and C prime to create fluctuations within a fixed time. Thus, you can create an infinite loop. All in exchange for one's sight, of course.
So Kabuto's consciousness is trapped inside the loop that you created. He'll be fighting a phantom you and a phantom me for all eternity.
Not quite. There's an escape route built into the jutsu. He could feasibly disengage. The Izanami was developed to admonish and salvage an Izanagi user.
Salvage.
What does that mean?
You know a little bit about the Izanagi already. It is a perfect Uchiha visual jutsu designed to change destiny. Ultimately, you can pick and choose the most desirable end result.
Super overpowered.
That was so overpowered.
Is the story of the Uchiha's Izanagi and how the Izanami came to be. I want to be sure you know this.
Izanami and the story of its creation.
Okay, let's hear it.
A long
Their
time ago,
weasel.
there was a great battle the Uchiha clan could not afford to lose. The Izanagi turned out to be an invaluable jutsu.
Move in!
Those are cool eyes.
Uchiha Civil War. Or is it? It's no.
Damn it! They set a trap for us!
Or is it? No, it must
It's
be
against someone
a different
else.
clan.
What? Now you die.
That's so sick. He was able to undo the bad outcome for everybody.
That's the Izanagi. It is impossible for us to lose.
Carries with it a bigger risk than only the loss of one's vision. Most who use that overly powerful visual jutsu couldn't handle it and abused the power that they held. If there was only one Izanagi user, there was no problem. But when two or more used it, there was a scramble within the Uchiha clan to see who could get the best result.
You know, you're not the only one who can use the Izanagi.
Are they just like killing other people and stealing their eyes or something?
Welcome to the Uchiha.
I guess.
But I am the one who, in the shinobi world, only results matter. Well, then,
I think he can use it, but he hasn't.
clear.
Because he still has his
I just have to
Mangekyo.
rewrite that result with my own Izanagi.
You fool,
you're all talk. I shall rule. Not just over the Uchiha, but the entire shinobi world, all thanks to my Izanagi. I'll take your wish, and I'll make it mine. Thanks to the power of my own Izanagi.
Female Uchiha?
The Izanami was ultimately created to control its power.
If you intend to oppose me too, then I'm afraid that I have no choice.
Okay, Aaron. Whoa. Exhibit A.
There has to be a way to settle this without more fighting.
My hands are already deeply stained with blood. You think I would stop now? What would be the point?
You don't know yourself anymore. You don't know what your true strength really is.
Be quiet!
Looks so cool.
Damn.
I wish their eyes were like highlighted in red. That would make this look so cool.
That would be really cool.
Change, then take my hand.
You can't fool me.
She has like flower petals for her Mangekyo. It's like reverse Itachi.
If you continue to refuse to listen to me, then I'm prepared as well.
While I have the Izanagi, you won't be able to beat me. It's
Nice try.
Man, if only there were more Uchiha. They're so fucking cool.
What is this? My right eye.
The Izanagi that you depend on so much will not protect you now.
Quiet! No, not yet. Not yet!
Reality is a product of chance that we call fate. We cannot predict it. But Izanagi can twist around an inconvenient reality and lead it to a new fate. At a whim, the user can change the original reality into a new one. A fallen opponent
We cannot predict
justified,
fate, but we
so the
can
enemy is
shape it
called
into whatever we
Jujutsu.
want.
If someone is using the Izanagi to change an outcome for their own benefit, the Izanami causes them to circle endlessly in a loop.
I believe that the Izanagi was the ultimate visual jutsu, but this means the Izanami is a far superior one. Izanami forms a loop using physical sensations, even stopping Izanagi from warping reality.
Since the Izanami is a jutsu meant for stopping the Izanagi, there's an escape route that's built into the loop. Originally, the Izanami was designed to keep the Uchiha humble and honorable. It's to stop you from taking the easy way out, from inconvenient outcomes.
Man, I wish Itachi was my professor in university. I would listen to everything he had to say.
But how?
This lady was an absolute badass, by
Isn't
the
she
way.
cool?
Altar!
Take my hand and grab hold of the future that awaits you.
I can never be forgiven for all the blood on my hands.
Then still, take hold of it.
I won't use Izanagi anymore.
I didn't realize until now they're wearing Leaf Village headbands.
Yeah.
So it's after the formation of the Leaf Village.
Accept reality and we'll move forward. Once one accepts the original outcome and stops trying to run from it, the loop will stop. This jutsu guides you toward accepting your fate, instead of relying on jutsu to change it. A jutsu with an escape is
Pretty
too
smart.
dangerous to use in combat. That is why the Izanami is a forbidden jutsu. If Kabuto stops trying to transform himself, then he'll be able to bring the loop to an end.
The Uchiha Clan and their history of conflict. The arrogance and recklessness displayed by those who misused the Izanagi, as well as the clashes between them and how they were stopped by the Izanami. I understand why Izanagi and Izanami became forbidden jutsu, and I also see how one must learn from the past, accept one's fate, and then find a way to move on afterward. But why? Why'd you even bother casting this jutsu on Kabuto? If he could still escape, then...
He reminds me of the old me. He thinks by getting everything, he can accomplish whatever he wants to. He makes himself believe that he can't fail, even if that really amounts to lying to himself. I stopped listening to what anyone else said, and I stopped letting myself trust anybody. In his case, Kabuto is so deluded that he thinks all of these powers are his and his alone. Both of us were used by the shinobi world. He can't forgive himself or accept himself for what he truly is. My chance has passed me by, but he can still forgive himself.
But why, big brother? Why would you feel you needed to help him do that? He is not like you. No, you were perfect.
Sasuke, you know, I was going to control you. I planned to use the visual jutsu Koto Matsukami. I treated you as though you were a child. I thought you needed my protection. I was unable to trust your strength. It may be that a perfect being does not exist at all in the whole world. Sometimes two people who appear to be complete opposites are actually two sides of the same coin and can only succeed when they work together. Like the Izanagi and Izanami. Look at me and find in yourself what I couldn't find in me. However, do not ever say that I was perfect. First off,
I thought he was gonna just snap out of it.
how long will you imitate Orochimaru? If you want
Has to get the glasses every time.
Examine your mistakes.
Shut up! Water style! Water dragon!
Water style, water dragon missile.
He saw that coming with his Sharingan.
Yeah, throwback to Zabuza, the mimicry. Monkey see, monkey do. All the times that he's repeating it, each of the drops.
Yeah.
But how did I get any of this wrong? Where have I ever made a mistake in all this?
The whole thing.
All I ever wanted was for someone to be there for me. Someone to acknowledge me. Someone to appreciate me. Tell me, where is the mistake in wanting that?
First off, I should have acknowledged and appreciated myself for the person I was. If I'd just done that, I never would have had to lie to anyone, to myself or to you. If you lie to yourself, how can you have friends or be trustworthy? In the end, all these lies will keep you from seeing your true self.
If I wasn't trapped here, I'd have won this war. I would have been sleeping by now. Damn you, Itachi!
It's a cool shot.
It's 9 o'clock already.
Something wrong?
Nah, I just wish we could wrap up this war so I could finally get a good night's sleep. They never tell us rearguard shinobi what's going on. We're kept almost completely in the dark on everything.
That's true. So, what are you gonna do when this war's over?
Well, I'll start by going home. If the war ends and the 5 great nations continue to be friendly allies, then maybe my little brother, who's been on a mission forever, can finally come back home.
Boy, I envy those who have a home to return to.
Yeah, well, you could come home with me. I mean, my home is just an orphanage. But if my little brother's there, you can take
Oh, it's
a look
the-
at
It's
your room.
Urushi.
He has the little, like,
Wow.
Yeah, the pins.
Thank you.
I really hope you'll come home this time.
He's been on a mission all this
been-
time. Yet his brother's been waiting for him.
That's so sad!
I'll stop the reanimation jutsu now. All the reanimated shinobi will be gone,
Which means
and that should bring the war to an end.
But, brother, you'll go too.
But I will have protected my village. I'm Itachi Uchiha of the Leaf once again. I have no more regrets.
But why? Why help the very village that did this to you? That put you where you are? You may be able to forgive the Leaf, but I can't. You have no more regrets about what you've made me become. What about that, huh?
I will let you deal with Sasuke. I tried to do everything myself too, and I failed. So this time, I will leave that task for a comrade to handle. I'm not the one who can change you, Sasuke. But I can stop this. This reanimation jutsu is something that I can affect. In doing so, I'll fulfill my promise to Naruto at least. It's time to end this. Tell me the signs to stop the reanimation. Tsukuyomi. I've kept my promise. I leave the rest up to you, Naruto.
Ending time.
I like the song. I thought that was it.
I thought that was it. Oh, it's the top of the hospital, I think, or something like it. Oh no, it's the Rain Village? I don't know. Black Knight Town.
Nice.
What did you think of that episode? Urashi. He's been waiting.
The
He became a
whole
Leaf
time?
Village shinobi and has been waiting this whole time for his brother to come back from his mission.
That's so sad. That almost made me cry. That was really sad.
I forgot about that completely. I was like, why is this guy? He's
Man,
like,
now I'm just like, oh, I just want Kabuto to like go.
go home.
Yeah.
Go home, Kabuto.
But he's way too messed up. I don't know.
Bit far gone.
Yeah. This was pretty cool. The backstory of that.
So, somebody on Patreon actually just messaged me right before we were recording this with a preemptive, like, have you got to this episode? Here's some background info. So, first of all, what'd you think of it before I get into that? What'd you think of the whole Izanami backstory, the whole Uchiha?
I think
Civil
it makes
War?
a lot of sense that if they, like, you know, it's like the ultimate thing of you can twist fate to your own needs or whatever.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they would use it, but it's also just so fucked because you know that they're using it and they're just like going and killing other people and stealing their eyes.
So that's where the plot hole comes in. So there's a plot hole here. Sasuke is the third, or would have been the third, like, okay, so when Itachi left the village, he said, come back when you have the same eyes and face me, and you will be the third person to awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan. So, Madara, 1, 2, Itachi, 3, Sasuke, but also Kakashi has it.
Yeah.
But they didn't know that at that point. But, so this is an anime only scene, apparently, based on what somebody told us. And it is a plot hole that people would be able to use the Izanami and Izanagi that much if there was only 3 people. So it's assumed that more people must have awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan. Not the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, but it is implied that the fact that Sasuke
or they
would be the
just
third
change
person,
that and
that Sasuke is not the third person, that he's probably like the 100th or something.
Because if there was enough people for there to be a battle going on using only that ability,
also the timeline doesn't even make sense. You know?
Yeah,
like the
because
fact
like if they
Leaf
were already
Village.
the Leaf Village, but then they were like murdering each other all over the place, but trying
Doesn't
not
really
to
make
seem
sense.
like a threat to the other people who aren't Uchihas. Like we're not gonna even try to like take over the other. I don't know.
It just doesn't really make sense with. I mean, it may be, but like, when would that happen exactly? When
It would have
could
made
that
more
have happened?
sense if that was like
Pre-Madara.
previous, like a long ass time ago. They were doing that,
Yeah,
and then it got banned.
and became a
And
forbidden
became a
jutsu.
forbidden jutsu, and it just wasn't
Yeah.
a thing anymore.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a plot hole, but whatever. It's cool. That's how it works. That's the Izanami. So yeah, the Izanagi rewrites fate, and the Izanami seals it. I want to 1 second. Don't look. I'm gonna look up Izanagi and Izanami. So the Sharingan powers are named after Shinto gods. And the Izanagi and Izanami and Izanagi are... Izanagi is a creator deity.
Can I look or...
No, because there's probably going to be spoilers. Creator deity, his sister and wife, Izanami, are the last of the 7 generations of primordial deities that manifest after the formation of heaven and earth. So they're like Izanami, Izanagi, and Amaterasu, I think, are the main ones. Which include... wait, hang on. Izanagi and Izanami are held to be the creators of the Japanese archipelago. So basically Japan, that place. So they're the creators of the Holy Land of Shintoism. And the progenitors of many deities. The progenitors. So they came before the sun goddess Amaterasu, the moon deity Tsukiyomi, and the storm god Susanoo. So, little interesting thing. It's just another basic thing. It's meant to be like, so that's like a level above the 3 that we've already kind of seen. That's just a little thing.
Cool.
Yeah. What anything else you want to say about the episode?
It's nice that they finally got to talk, but Itachi did leave it off on like, there's literally nothing that I can do at this point.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Basically. If you're looking for answers from me, you're not going to find them because I failed. Like...
Yeah, he did give him some like good advice. He mentioned Naruto, which I think is good. Mm-hmm. That he didn't say like, oh yeah, Naruto's gonna help you out later. He's just like, I can't do that, but also I fulfilled my promise to Naruto. And then Sasuke's like, what are you talking about?
Naruto. Yeah, wasn't expecting in this super emotionally charged moment to hear Naruto's name.
Yeah.
Someone who he's been like forcing into the back of his mind for the last few years. It kind of clearly shocked him to hear
And
his
he's
name.
still all like, oh, I hate the Leaf Village, this and that. But hopefully after this conversation, he'll be able to like be looking at things better. Like he's just been in like a blind rage, hurtling forward to his to whatever he's doing next, and just getting more and more extreme. And if this can help him, like just take a chill for a second.
Take
and
a cool 15.
just like actually think about what he's doing. Reflect on Itachi and who he actually was, and like what he did. He wasn't perfect, but he like you know, like all the sacrifices he made, but all the things that he probably shouldn't have done.
Factor in some of this new information.
And then also maybe since Naruto was brought up, he might think back on his days with Naruto, and Itachi had said something like, you know, 2 people who seem like complete opposites
End up being 2 sides of the same coin.
So we'll see, but I hope Sasuke like really truly considers all that has happened here.
Right.
And doesn't just like Itachi disappears again and then he just goes I don't know, flying off to destroy the Leaf Village again, and you know.
We shall see. Moving right along. Leave a like, subscribe. See you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.